Hello, and welcome to Behind the Chords. This is the podcast for members of Spirit of the Gulf to get to know each other. I'm Jamie Ryan, and with me is Jan Meyer. Yay, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me, Jamie.
It's so exciting to have you because you are the biggest of wigs that I know. So it's aching to know your Sweet Adelines story.
It's funny. I'm glad you said the biggest of wigs because I have said many times I'm the poster child for Sweet Adelines educational opportunities because I did not come from a musical family. I didn't play piano or anything as a kid. I played accordion for a few years, and a little bit later I'll tell you why that ended up being a fortuitous little thing. But I was actually told in high school when I tried out for the girls' concert choir, the lady who was the director of that, I failed my audition, and she had these half glasses that they wore back then. She said, "My dear, I'm afraid I must tell you, you have nothing to contribute to this or any other singing organization. Please don't try out again." And so I didn't sing anymore through high school or college. And it wasn't until a church choir director convinced me that I could sing and invited me to sing in her choir when I was in my mid-20s that I started singing. And then a few years later, I found Sweet Adelines. But, and I don't think I'm a very talented natural musician, but I work at it. And I have had, and the one thing that I guess I want to make sure I say tonight is that I wouldn't be any kind of a wig at all, let alone a big wig, except for the people along the way who have encouraged me, like that church choir director. And in Sweet Adelines, the one who really brought me along was Carolyn Healy from Region 4. Encouraged me. So it's a fun story to tell because if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Oh my gosh, that is mind-blowing to me. So what is your Sweet Adeline background?
I joined, this is a funny story. I joined when in 1981, I was a stay-at-home mom with two toddler boys who were a year apart in age. And I needed a night away. So I joined Sweet Adelines to get away from my kids.
How'd you find Sweet Adelines?
There was a little chorus in the county where we live, just outside of Indianapolis. I saw a little blurb in our county paper that invited people to come and come to their guest night. And so I walked in that night and they were practicing their contest song. And they said, well, we're going to contest here in a few weeks. And you're welcome to jump in and go with us. And they named off some member. I'm just going to call her Sally Martin. I don't remember who it was. Sally Martin was going to go to contest and now she can't. So you can go under Sally's name. And so I competed in my first Sweet Adeline contest under an assumed name.
That's hilarious. All right.
If the chorus had been found out, they would have disqualified us.
But we start out. So you're baritone, right?
Yes, I've been a baritone from the word go.
Yeah. Really? How did you say you weren't an experienced singer? How did you get placed into a harmony part from the beginning?
Well, I had sung low alto in my church choir. So when I went in, I said, I'll probably sing the lowest part you have. Well, when I heard how low the basses went, I knew I couldn't sing that low. So I was like, what's the next lowest part? And they said baritone. So that's how I ended up singing baritone. But I didn't read music all that well. I could read the treble clef pretty well, but not the bass clef. And so the whole first year I was a Sweet Adeline, I wrote my baritone notes in red on the treble clef. so that I could read what my note was, and so that I could figure out whether I was above or below the melody. So,
you know, to write your music. So what?
Well, like I said, I had played accordion. And so the accordion music is written on the treble and bass clef. I could arranged in the circle of fifths, which is the music that we sing in barbershop. That's the chord progressions that make for the strongest barbershop. So I actually got more interested in learning arranging, because the first quartet that I was in, we weren't all that great, and we were constantly having to adjust music because so and so couldn't sing that note that high, or the bass couldn't sing that low, or whatever. And so we needed to know how to fix the music correctly. And that's how I got started in learning arranging.
That's amazing. So you are a certified judge?
I'm a certified music judge and an approved music arranger. Yeah. And right now in Region 9, I'm in charge of the arranger certification program to mentor and test the women who want to get started arranging. And it's been interesting. I've also had the opportunity to work on several international committees, updating the music category in our judge category description book, updating things about the arrangers' materials. I'm currently working on a committee that's completely overhauling the arrangers' education program internationally. And that's very exciting. I've laughed. I said, I'm helping, I guess, define what the music is supposed to be in our organization. And, I'm the one who had nothing to contribute.
Have you worked while you've been a Sweet Adeline?
No, I've pretty much been a stay-at-home mom the whole time. It was to do some part-time jobs along the way. I was a bookkeeper at our church. I taught nursery school for a while. I was on a speakers bureau in Indianapolis for a new state park they were building, a few things like that, but it was always part-time.
So Indianapolis, is that where you're from?
Yes.
All right. And you're married, right?
I am married and have two sons. One of them is a lifelong bachelor, and the other is married to the best daughter-in-law there ever was. And I have two grandchildren. My granddaughter is 16, singing in the show choir at school and loving every minute of it.
She didn't have this teacher.
Exactly. And my grandson is 13 and doing Hoosier Hysteria basketball all the time. So yeah, they're fun.
And you snowbird, right?
Yes. We're here in Florida about 7 months and Indiana about 5.
Before I hit you with some rapid fire questions, I always ask people, is there something that you want to say to or about the chorus?
Oh, I have the opportunity to judge with people from choruses all over the world. Many of them are high-level directors of international champion choruses. And without exception, they all say, how in the world does Spirit of the Gulf do what you do with snowbirds and weekend singers? And they cannot believe the attendance craziness that we have and the outstanding singing that comes out of that craziness. I mean, there's no way Spirit of the Gulf should be an A-level chorus, but we are. And the other thing about that is, no, I don't think any other chorus has the atmosphere of friendliness, acceptance, love, encouragement, all that. I mean, I come in every Tuesday night and it's just a joyful place to be. That comes from the top down.
So I'm going to hit you with some rapid fire questions. You get to pick the card. There are 6 different cards. You pick. I'm going to ask you 10 questions. And again, they're supposed to be low pressure. So they're numbered 1 through 5 and then bonus.
I'll take number 1.
Okay. Question number 1. What was your first concert?
Oh, I'm so glad I picked number 1. My first concert was the Beatles.
Oh,
at the Indiana State Fair. Yes. 1964.
Okay, that story wins.
My cousin and I went to that together, and we screamed the whole time. Oh, there you go.
Oh my gosh. That's so cool. Number 2, what's your superpower?
Knowing how to fold a fitted sheet.
Number 3, who is the most famous person you've met?
I had pizza with Wayne Gretzky.
What?
Tongue-tied, awkward 17-year-old in a country that wasn't his. I mean, it was crazy. But we have his autograph on Indianapolis Racers pennants. Yeah.
4, what is one of your favorite books?
Ooh. Most recently, where the Crawdads Sing. I loved that book.
Number 5, what is the most recent podcast to which you've listened?
Well, my husband and I just listened to one today. He has Parkinson's disease. And so we listened to a podcast about how to help him sleep.
Number 6, do you like surprises?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think so much. I kind of like to know what's going on so I can plan.
Fair enough. Number 7, well, you've probably answered this. What musical instruments do you play?
The only one I ever played was the accordion. And when I do my music arranging, I've always said I'm not a piano player, I'm a piano plunker. So I can plunk out stuff slowly, but I don't play really.
Number 8, do you prefer a text or a call?
Depends on who it is.
Amen. Number 9, what is the best thing you've ever won?
The best thing I've ever won. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a long story. Back in 1998, I was awarded the Sweet Adelines MENC Award. It's normally given to professional music teachers. I'm the only one that's ever won it who was not a professional music teacher. And it was in recognition of work I had done in the Young Women in Harmony program in the Indianapolis area. We had a wonderful outreach there to dozens of schools, including a 10-year stint at the Indiana School for the Blind, where we had a girls' chorus that met weekly. And I was the quote-unquote director of that. I laugh and say I'm not a good arm waver. And so directing the blind girls was the right place for me to be a director. Because I told them what to do and they did it.
And number 10, I was browsing through the cards because I was going to cheat and find a different question to ask you, but I'll ask you the real one from your card. Do you have a go-to karaoke song?
No, I don't do karaoke. If I would, it would probably be something Carole King, because she sang in a key that I could halfway sing.
Those are the speed round questions. Do you have anything that you wanted to say that I forgot to ask you about?
I don't think so. No.
All right.
I think I told my story.
I appreciate so much that you took the time to talk to me. It really is so much fun for me.
Thank you for asking. It's been fun for me.
Good. And we'll see you at chorus. Thanks, Jay.